Hello everyone and welcome to day 3 of Christmas Chaos using the Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. Yes, this is where we pit the Santa army against one of a plethora of different adversaries, some from the mod community, some from the built-in game. Today's battle will take the Santa army in direct hand-to-hand combat with our friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man. That's right, Santa versus Spider-Man today. Now, can I take this opportunity that if you haven't already, click that subscribe button, click that like button, and also have a look at the notification button as well. Give that a click. That way you'll know when I'm putting more videos onto YouTube and you won't miss another epic battle like this one. Now Spider-Man is a superhero and we've got the Santa army of nearly 11,000 strong, but only 50 Spider-Men. Spider-Man is a superhero, however, so I'm expecting great things from him. Santa has the mass, has the numbers, and also we have the Santa archers bringing up the rear. Who's going to win this epic battle? Let's find out. And that's it, they're off. The Spider-Men are starting to engage the Santa army, the main horde of the Santa army in hand-to-hand combat. However, in the back we've got the Santa archers with their candy canes firing a volley of arrows and other Santa goodness at the Spider-Men. Now you may be thinking that, hey, well, there's only 50 Spider-Men. Look at all those Santas. Deceptively though, Spider-Man is a bit of a tough cookie. He's not just your friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man. Oh yes, he can lay down some whoop-ass on Santa. So here we go. The Spider-Men are there engaging the Santas. Santas are starting to swarm around now, making sure that they can engage the Spider-Men in an arc-type formation. Of course, lots of Santa at the back, not able to lay down their fists upon Spider-Man just yet, and they've got to wait until they get a good opportunity. Now, as we know, Spider-Man is a Marvel superhero featuring in the Marvel Comics. The character was created by writer and editor Stan Lee and writer-artist Steve Ditko, and first appeared in the comic book The Amazing Fantasy in August 1962. So he's got a few years on him. When Spider-Man first appeared in the early 1960s, teenagers in superhero comic books were usually relegated to the role of sidekick or protagonist. A bit like Batman and Robin, if you think really. The Spider-Man series broke ground by featuring Peter Parker, the high school student from Queens, behind Spider-Man's secret identity, and with those self-obsessions based on rejection, inadequacy and loneliness, young readers perhaps could relate. While Spider-Man had all the markings of a sidekick, unlike previous teen heroes such as Bucky and Robin, Spider-Man had no superhero mentor, like Captain America or Batman. He thus had to learn for himself, and therefore with great power must come great responsibility. Well, let's ask Santa that at the moment, because Santa's getting a right old kicking from Spider-Man. There's Santas knocked out everywhere, but the Santa archers are still laying down a steady volley of fire for those Spider-Man that do come within range. It's not looking good for Spider-Man, however, because there is still a mass swarm of Santas just waiting to engage. Now Marvel has featured Spider-Man in several comic book series. The first and longest lasting is The Amazing Spider-Man. And then over the years, Peter Parker character has developed from a shy, nerdy New York high school student to a troubled but outgoing college student, to married high school teacher, to, in the late 2000s, a single freelance photographer. In 2010, he joins the Avengers, Marvel's flagship superheroes team. Spider-Man's nemesis, Dr. Octopus, also took on the identity for a story arc spanning 2012 to 2014, following a body swap plot. There have been many iterations of Spider-Man and also games as well. Incidentally, Marvel has also published books featuring alternate versions of Spider-Man, including Spider-Man 2099, which features the adventures of Miguel O'Hara, the Spider-Man of the future. Ultimate Spider-Man, which features the adventures of a teenaged Peter Parker in an alternate universe. and Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, which depicts the teenager, Miles Morales, who takes up the mantle of Spider-Man after the Ultimate Peter Parker's supposed death. Miles is later brought into mainstream continuity, where he works alongside Peter Parker. Now Spider-Man is one of the most popular and commercially successful superheroes. As Marvel's flagship character and company mascot, he has appeared in countless forms of media, including several animated and live-action television series, syndicated newspaper comic strips, and in a series of films. The character was portrayed in live action by Danny Seagren in Spidey Super Stories, an Electric Company skit which ran from 1974 to 1977. In films, Spider-Man has been portrayed by Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland, who has portrayed the character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe series 2016. Reeve Carney starred as Spider-Man in the 2010 Broadway musical Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. Spider-Man has been well received as a superhero and comic book character, and he is often ranked as one of the most popular comic book characters of all time, alongside other DC Comics' most famous superheroes, Batman, Superman and Wonder Woman. However, it's not looking good for our friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man now, as the Santas are swarming around the last remaining Spider-Men. The Santa archers are still laying down a volley of fire, and here he is. This looks like to be one of the last two Spider-Men, or last few Spider-Men left. Huge damage has been taken to the Santa army, but those 50 Spider-Men have really laid it down. And here we are, the last two remain. The Santas swarm in to finally knock those Spider-Men out. I bet his old Spidey sense is tingling now, eh? Loads of Santas in reserve, waiting to get in there, waiting to give Spider-Man the benefit of that candy cane. Now, where do you find Spider-Man's homepage if you're looking? Well, that'll be the World Wide Web. Ba-boom. And also, do you know what Spider-Man's favourite brand of rice is? Well, that would be Uncle Ben's, wouldn't it? But all those cheesy jokes aside, I think we can safely say that the Santa Army is indeed going to win this one, and it is time for Spider-Man to go and wash his tights. Just the last bit of pounding now from the Santas against Spider-Man. I think that'll be Spider-Man off to the old World Wide Web in the sky. He's still giving it his all though. Santas are still falling from his pummeling. But I think it's safe to say that's his biscuits. So I've been Ricardo, and this has been day 3 of Christmas Chaos using the ultimate epic battle simulator. And as the final blows come in from the Santas against Spider-Man, Santa is indeed victorious. Well, thank you very much for watching and enjoying this Christmas Chaos video. Please check back for more videos in this festive series.